Make some noise if you're alive. Yeah. A couple of y'all need to question your life choices. I love hip-hop music, man. I was so excited to do this show, man. I was riding here to old school hip-hop, you know, the type that comes with instructions. Everybody, clap your hands. Clap your hands, everybody. I said you can be friends, we can be friends. That's but a friendship and sail away. Nobody hates each other. What's a gun? You know what I'm talking about? Just friendly. It's a bunch of grown black men in jean jackets kicking it. You know what I mean? Just flapping it. Just flapping the jean jacket. Just... How you scared of a man flapping a whitewashed jean jacket? Just, what's up, brother? What's up? How you doing? The sun is shining. It's gonna be a great day. Nothing rhymed. It was just friendly. You know what I mean? Like they were so friendly, they introduced themselves before they even talk about their struggle. My name is Alex and I'm here to say, nobody cares, Alex. What kind of rap name is that, brother? What rhymes with Alex? I ran with thugs. I'm from Chicago, so I ran with thugs 14 years of my life. They never fully accepted me. Part of the reason was because I spent half my life in the suburbs. A suburb called Naperville, which is the Orange County of Illinois. Being a thug from Naperville is like being a thug Care Bear. Like you can buy clothes to look the part, but you still start every day sliding down a rainbow slide with your friends. Whee! Thug life, we got both parents. I know my daddy, he right over there. Christmas is gonna be great. My thug dreams, y'all. Also, I smile too much, you know what I mean? Thugs used to get mad at me when we were in the club, and you see all them. Look at the picture. They're like, and here's me, just having a good day, just having a good day. I'm just saying, if white people can walk up to you on the street and ask you for directions randomly, your thug level's not where it needs to be. Okay? Like stick 'em up. Like how do I get to West Hollywood? Take a left, take this gun with you. People are crazy, watch your step. I'm having a good day, okay. Crazy. It was 50 degrees. I was like, ooh, this is summertime. Because I'm from Chicago where it's no numbers degrees. Absolutely no numbers. Somebody was like, it's cold. I'm like, you don't know what cold is, okay? If you ever walked outside of your house and rearranged your life depending on how the wind hits you, you ain't been cold before, okay? If you ever walked outside like, I want a divorce for no reason at all. You're not even married, you just want change in your life. Man, I was in Atlanta when they got 2 inches of snow and shut the whole city down, right? And I was running around like, y'all don't know what cold is, smacking people in the face, like, what was that? I was like, that's what Chicago wind feels like, you know what I mean? Y'all appreciate it way more than they did. But I met this one lady, she did not care at all, you know. I walked up to her, I'm like, hey, Tanya, is it? Yeah. We've been waiting like 3.5 hours. Do you have any updates, anything you can possibly tell us at all? Thank you for choosing Delta Airlines. This is Tanya. Now I know some of y'all got questions. I got questions too. But right now we ain't boarding the plane because we can't find the captain. I don't know. I don't see him, so I don't know. So if you got any other questions, I'm gonna need you to be like Superman, lift in a Mustang and hold your horses. Thank you. I don't know why everybody's so mad about these 2 inches shutting the whole city down. I shut down every time I see 2 inches. You hear me, girl? Just ignorant. Just ignorant, man. I'm so tired. Why didn't our parents ever tell us when you get older that you're gonna be tired forever? All the time, I'm always tired. They ask me, I could win the lottery, like, how you doing, man? I'm rich, but tired. You know what I mean? Just always. Other day, I tried to go to sleep more, woke up more tired. How does that happen, science? Drank a coffee halfway, yawned. Am I dying, sir? Am I dying? Have you ever woke up and look at your phone? I'm like, I could lose my job today. Went back to sleep. I've done that 15 times. So tired all the time. So my cousin came out recently. We were real proud of him. My family's from Mississippi, so he wanted to do it at Thanksgiving in Mississippi with 30 of my family members there. And he wanted my support. And I'm like, yeah, I can start the car for you. So, no, I have his back. He texted me though, because he was nervous about it. He was like, yo, cuz, I got something to tell the family. Ellipses. And I was like, cool, but why'd you spell out ellipses? That's not how that works. ... Lead by example, lead by example. And then I text back like, you gay? Question mark. He's like, what? Exclamation points, etc. You know what I mean? How'd you know? And I'm like, man, I've been known. I thought you was trapped in the closet. R. Kelly meme, you know what I mean? I'm a beast with memes, dog. He's like, no, for real, how'd you know? I was like, 13 years ago, I was kicking it with my cousin and a couple of my homeboys. I got this naked picture, right? It was this girl posed up like this, real whack pose. I don't know why she chose it, but you can see the bedroom in the black background, real classy. So just like a scumbag passed to all my friends. And so it got to my cousin. My cousin takes one look at the picture and he's like, she need to clean up her room. That is not ladylike. Like, what? You looking at the wrong thing, brother. But he was right. That girl was filthy. I broke up with her that day. I was like, clean your room. Click, dirty girl. Need to do some chores. Thanksgiving coming, all my family's at the table, right? All right. My cousin kicks down the door. Everybody stop eating. I've got something to say. For as long as I could ever remember, I've been gay. So eat on that. And everybody was quiet, but I was laughing like, eat on that. That pun was ridiculous. You better kill him. I wanted to high-five him, but it wasn't the time. My dad was sitting there.
Hey. So, me and my husband, we're looking to buy a house right now. It's our latest beef. That's what we're arguing about this month. Because we just don't have similar tastes in anything. Like, he really wants a fixer-upper. That's his thing. So the house on the block that looks like it needs an exorcism, that's the one he wants. I'm like, babe, the one with the bats? The one with the bats? Like, most people take a realtor with them when they go look at houses. We take a priest. Just in case things get dangerous. And like, nothing will change his mind. Like, somebody could literally come up to us and be like, don't go in this house. The last person that went in this house, they never came out alive. And he'll be like, oh, it's available. Let's go in here, let's get it. Like, I'm not going in there. I'm not doing it. Because I think those things can happen. Like, I used to really be afraid of being haunted. And I'm not even white. I used to really be afraid of being haunted. And then I realized, you need a house to be haunted. I live in an apartment. Right? Ghosts, demons, they don't really bother people that live in apartments. They wait until you have your life together to come see about you. You know? Because there's just not enough space in an apartment. You know? Because ghosts and demons, they like to snatch you up and drag you around your house. they going to do that in an apartment? Where are they going to drag you? From your futon to your kitchenette? It's gonna get redundant. It's gonna get really redundant. Really redundant. So, you know, I have a younger cousin, and she's frustrating me because she keeps posting pictures of like really mediocre meals on Instagram with the hashtag wifey material. Like, ooh, Kraft macaroni and cheese, just like grandma made, hashtag wifey material. I'm like, that's not what makes you wifey material, right? Like, wifey material is washing your husband's underwear and still managing to be attracted to him after that. That's a particular kind of mental fortitude that you have to have as a person. Wifey material is pretending to be excited when he finds his highlight homecoming tape, you know, and you have to watch it with him and listen to his commentary that doesn't match what's going on in the tape. You're supportive, like, oh my God, babe, you were so good. How did you not get recruited? He's like, oh yeah, you know, the scouts, they was on me. Just got set back by this little knee injury. Really? Is that what it was, the knee injury? I'm really trying to cultivate a relationship with my stepsisters right now. And I use stepsister loosely because my mom and dad divorced when I was younger, so these are my dad's wife's daughters, right? So we're not family. And I think things would go better if I didn't feel like they were always trying to out-daughter me with my dad. You know, like on Father's Day, they were all over his Facebook page, posting like pictures and, you know, songs and original sonnets. So I just posted my birth certificate. I do not have time. I do not have time. Biology trumps creativity every single day. Every single day. I think homeless people are getting a little bit too picky in their requests. Yeah. I had a homeless man ask me for a side salad and some quinoa. I said, sir, you're homeless. You request homeless food. Chicken nuggets.
I don't know if anybody here has ever purchased a bootleg DVD. I would highly advise that you do not do it. The guy who lives across the hall from me is the bootleg man. Now, I'm in show business. I know famous people. I don't have any business with bootleg DVDs in my apartment, so I never buy them. But every single time I open my door, my neighbor opens his door and makes his sales pitch. You ready? I got all the movies you need. I got everything you want. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to get the mail. That's why. Every time I open the door, you ready? I got everything you... No, I'm just going to take the trash out. You know, I'm going to come get you when I want a DVD. Well, last summer my cable went out. That's a conversation for another comedy show. So I purchased a DVD. Now, if you've ever purchased a DVD from the bootleg man, his big deal is the quality. The quality on that film is good. That looks just like the movie at the theater. Look, the people at home watching this, you can't tell, but people in the crowd are like, yep, they sure do. They try to sell you on how good it looks. So when I finally get it, I look at it, it looks just like he said. It looks like $1 million, but it's in Japanese. Now, every time I open my door, he opens his door, but now I need a refund. I can't find him. Sometimes I open the door, close it back, and open it again just to see if he's sneaking around on me. Finally, 6 months later, I catch him He says, how was the movie? I know the quality looked good. I said, you're absolutely right. It looked really good. But I'm going to need a refund because it was in Japanese. Listen, he told me he could not refund me, but for $3, he could get me 2 Rosetta Stone. Okay, for the people watching on television, everybody here didn't get it, but for those of you who did, konnichiwa. Everybody's hustling. Now, I read this. This is a fact-based joke. I got this where I get all of my news. I believe it happens to be the #1 news source in America. Not Fox or MSNBC or World Star Hip Hop is where I get my news from. And if anybody who's been on the site, you will have seen this. This is a fact that a man was given 15 years in the penitentiary because he tricked his girlfriend into taking the abortion pill. And I thought to myself, that's dirty. Well, that's better than the 18 years he was facing. Kids, that's a life sentence. I know 174 men with children. You know, you can judge that kind of stuff now looking at your social media. I have 174 male friends with children. I have 173 friends with child support issues. Horrific. I'm talking about big muscular workout guy just crying on the steps of the courthouse. Good, 6,000. One guy has a baby with no child support issues. Listen to this. A good friend of mine had a baby with an African girl. The relationship did not work out. Do y'all know she took that baby back to Africa? But he's not concerned about it because the child support payments aren't but 19 cents a day. It's just the price of a cup of coffee. I watched a documentary on the city of Detroit. You can see this too, it's on YouTube. It's called Murder City. And Murder City is a play on the word Motor City, right? But it's called Murder City because since 1972, Detroit has either been first or second on the murder capital of the United States list. Now, they didn't make #1 this year, but they did make the playoffs. They lost to Chicago in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, y'all don't like murder? All right. Buddy of mine one time gave me this girl's phone number, said she wanted to meet me, and I called her reluctantly. I didn't want to do that, you know. But I did, and it turns out we had great conversations, so we made plans to go out, and then we did, and then I saw her. Not what you think, she was gorgeous from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head. Everything about this girl was absolutely stunning. I'm thinking this could be that, you know what I mean? This could be the girl that I bring to meet mom, right? So we get to the restaurant, and she just fussed and complained the entire time we were out. First, she got mad when we got to the restaurant because I didn't open the door for her. And she got mad when we got ready to sit down to eat because I didn't pull her chair out for her. And then finally, she just blew up when she found out that I didn't have enough money to pay for the check. I know, that's when I got upset. I said, listen, if you're gonna keep up with this attitude, you can go ahead and take me right back home. I just was traveling, staying with some family, and I really enjoy staying with family, except what I don't like about staying at other people's house is bathing. Bathing at other people's home is unnatural. It's not like how you bathe at your house. At your house, you have liberties, right? At your house, you do whatever you want to do. At your house, you'll leave your bedroom in your underwear, go to the living room, cut the TV on, right? Go to the bathroom, cut the hot water on, then go back to the living room and watch a little Maury Povich for about 5 minutes. Right, I'm gonna see whose baby this is first before I get in the tub. You can't do that kind of stuff at somebody else's house. You got to handle all your naked business in the bathroom at one time. You gotta take off your hat, your jacket, your jeans, your boots. It's too much work. And then you finally get in somebody else's shower, no matter how small your shower is. You ever notice other people's shower is way smaller? You know why that is? Because as soon as you cut the hot water on, now the wind starts to blow and their scummy, nasty, virus-infected shower curtain starts touching your naked body. You're like, I can't believe this nasty shower curtain is touching my naked body. Oh my God, I am so glad I already went in their medicine cabinet. I am using some of that tetracycline. What are they doing with tetracycline? I should have worn my flip-flops. I am Gerard. Y'all been sweet. Thank you. Peace.
All right, happy to be here in Southern California where it's always warm, man. I was staying at my buddy's house in Compton today. It was 86 degrees, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to that, you know what I'm saying? I was standing outside smoking a blunt. It lit itself. It was ridiculous, man. I was like, man, the Lakers suck this year. I don't know what they doing. Oh, we got to smoke this. Here we go. Putt pass. Jesus lit this. We got to keep it going. Too damn hot out here, man. My buddy's like, you know what? When it gets hot, you just got to put some baby powder under your arms. I'm like, all right. Around noon, I had a loaf of bread baking under my arm. Biscuits hanging from my balls. It was ridiculous. The weather gets nice. People like to get outdoors. If you like to go camping, make some noise. You like to camp? Yeah, screw camping. I don't like camping. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a cultural thing, man. I got a lot of white friends always ask me about that stuff. They're like, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Showtime, Mr. Funny Man? Hey, check it out, bro. We're going to be camping this weekend, man. Just catching fish to eat, sleeping on the rocks, man. Just drinking all weekend. Just roughing it, bro. You down to roll? Hell no. The boy's like, why not, dude? Because I got a place to live, okay? I spend $850 every month so I don't have to live outside, all right? And that's how nice it is to be white in America. Y'all get to pretend to be homeless for 3 days just to change things up, just for recreation. White people love to rough it. Don't ask black people to rough it. It's rough enough just being black, trust me. If I want to rough it, I'll peel the registration sticker off my license plate and drive past the police station a few times. If you love having sex, making love, and doing the nasty, want to hear y'all make some noise? If you still practice safe sex, make some noise. Well, I hope all your test results come back negative. For those of you without a free hand to clap with, I hope that's just the rash and cream clears that stuff up, you know? It is 2015. I don't want to see any of you beautiful people get hurt trying to have a good time. Please wrap it up. Wear a condom. That's my PSA for the day, okay? Now, I'm not a role model by any stretch of the imagination, but I wear condoms all the time. In fact, I wear condoms before I go to sleep because I don't trust the hoes in my dreams. I really don't. That's how you get bed bugs, you know? Sometimes I wear condoms before I jerk off. I don't know whose hands I've been shaking. That sanitizer don't get everything and it stings a little bit. Anyway, that's a laugh for people that know exactly what I'm talking about. Reach for the lotion, it wasn't lotion. Well, at least it's clean. Seriously, man, you got to wear condoms. They got condoms for absolutely everything. I was walking through a Walgreens the other day. I saw a condom I had no idea existed. The U.S. Army makes condoms now. Yeah, the box is camouflaged. It's right there in the box. They'll never see you coming. I was like, what? I'll take 3 of these. That is some brilliant marketing right there. I'm supporting the troops. I'm about to be all I can be. Remember I bought myself a box of glow-in-the-dark condoms one time, just as a gag. Never thought I'd actually get a chance to use them, but I did. And as you probably tell by now, y'all, I'm not the most mature person on the planet, okay? So I put on this glow-in-the-dark condom, I look down, and now my penis is a lightsaber, right? Girl that I'm with is trying to be serious and sexy, but little does she know she's about to play a part in my favorite Star Wars fantasy. She's laying on the bed trying to be all sexy and stuff. She's like, you ready to come get this, baby? I'm like,
you're about to feel the power of the dark side. Your master has taught you well. That was her reaction too.
But then she got into it. She's like, power of the dark side? What the hell you doing? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Help me, Obi-Wan. You my only hope. Yes. Ooh, the force is strong with you, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Beat me up to Scotty. Wrong one, Trick. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh, Cory, right there. And that was the night I found the G-spot, Pasadena. When your girl turns into Chewbacca on your mattress, you have found it. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what G-spot stands for. It stands for Oh my goodness. Sex is a wonderful thing, man. I love all kinds of sex. Love oral sex mainly. It's a wonderful thing. You gotta be careful though, because I had a tragic muff diving accident a few weeks ago. And I made the mistake of not protecting myself at all times, you know what I'm saying? And fellas, like, you gotta be careful when you're going down on a girl, because if you do it too well, you can hurt yourself. And I'm like, because if you're doing a girl, like, handling business, she'll turn to another person in your bedroom. And this chick turned to a UFC fighter on me, you know what I'm saying? I was down there handling business, just yelling to go, hee-hoo. She started to orgasm. Next thing I know, she locked that leg around the back of my neck. Next thing I know, I'm in a triangle choke, like, what the hell? This girl is Anderson Silva. Help. I'm all like, I tap, I give up. She can't hear me because she's like, I wake up 15 minutes later, she's holding my legs in the air so the blood goes back to my brain. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I wake up like, girl, you tried to drown me. That's my time, y'all. Cory Robinson, have a good one.
Good to be back in California. I love performing in California. It's so different from around the country. You all are so progressive. I love progressive people. Like if there was a female president, I feel like you all would welcome it no matter what. And I love that because I grew up in a household where my mom told me, baby, if there was a female president, there'd be no wars. Ooh, hallelujah. And I believed that because we all know if it's one thing women do best, is fight fair. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Don't do that. It's not my fault. If you're scared, you're scared. But listen, you have to know you don't fight fair. I don't have to know you, and I know that you don't fight fair. All I have to do is listen to you talk to another one of your female friends about a fight you had with your man. That's all I have to do. When a woman talks about her man to another woman, pay attention to the story. When she tells the story, she gives her man this dumb guy voice. You all know the voice, and that's when I told him he needed to grow up, and he was like, oh, well, why do I have to grow up? Really? Is that what he did? He stumped his, oh, well, LeBron James and beer, oh. That's not fair. You don't fight fair. My last girlfriend got in a fight with me for being lactose intolerant. I had to say sorry. One time, I found myself in the middle of a fight. Does that ever happen, men? Just blink at me 3 times if you know what I'm talking about. Like 1 minute everything's cool, next minute you're in the middle of the fight because you never saw the fight start because you never said anything. You never said anything. We were going on a nice relaxing walk, and I should say my girlfriend at the time was what you would call type A, okay? Now, if you ever have the opportunity, the privilege to date a woman who's type A, you must first understand that they're very organized, very structured individuals. They're always 2 steps ahead of everybody else because they're planners, you understand, which is a gift and a curse because they've thought about everything that you've thought about and they're a little bit smarter than you, so they've actually moved on 2 weeks into the future with their own thoughts to the point where they can actually start worrying really hard about stuff that has not happened. 2 weeks into the future, to the point where they can actually get upset at you thinking about what you would probably do in that situation that they made up. 2 weeks into the future. Meanwhile, your silly behind is in the present, going on a nice relaxing walk, thinking everything's cool. So that's backstory, right? So she was applying for this job at University of Denver. It was a financial analyst position. She had every right to be stressed out about the interview, but the interview wasn't until 2 weeks from when we were walking, right? So she says, could I run some questions by you that might come up on the interview just so I can get my thoughts together? And I said, mm-hmm. And she said, okay, what are 5 weaknesses that you think that I have? I'm in the middle of a fight. Did you all see when it started? I didn't. There was no bell. There was no voiceover. We now bring you to your regularly scheduled public argument already in progress. Nothing. I was just there on an island. I said, baby, 5? You think I would sit here and nitpick you 5 times? I'm not that type of person. You know that. And more importantly, any weaknesses you think you have. Aren't those my strengths? Isn't that why you chose me? Come on, baby. Like, you know there's no right answer, right? Like, okay, I don't know. All right. One of your weaknesses, sometimes you put me in unwinnable situations. Like right now, because we're just walking. Can't you just chill? You ever do that, guys? That you say something real stupid to your woman, you protect your chest and take a step back? Like, you're not scared as much as you're just kind of in awe of your own work. You're like, wow, that did not have to happen. Would you look at that? No, that's crazy. She was mad at other stuff. Now it's just me. That's great. No, I didn't have help. Wow. She gave me an answer I'll never forget. She said, well, at least you were honest. And then she kissed me, and we kept walking. That messed me up for 2.5 weeks. I didn't know. I'm like, is it over? Who won? What was the point? Excuse me? Who won? Nobody. There was no answer. We didn't talk about this for 2.5 weeks. She actually got the job. I should have been cool, but I needed closure. I was like, baby, congratulations, you did it. You. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, though? Remember that one time we had that fake fight about fake weaknesses, and I was all like, well, you know, Hey, we cool? We gotta be cool. She said, oh, that? Oh yeah, we're more than cool. I've let it go. When a woman says she's let it go, it never went anywhere, all right? It just went around back to find better parking so that it can surprise you the next time you say something that's stupid, right? You don't think they actually let stuff go. They got a special place in their brain for all the dumb stuff you've ever done and said. Think of Tupperware. They tuck it away neatly, put it right over here, go back to living a healthy, everyday lifestyle. It's like it's not there, but it is, and they'll get back to it when they need it. You understand? Men don't know how to do that. We don't do that in an argument. Everything for a man has to be directly in front of him for him to reach stimulus in an argument, and it has to be in his face going this way, forward, because men think forward, point A, point B, in a line. I had other thoughts, but they're back there. Can't use those. Got to use those up there. Point A, point B, in a line. Men think in a line. Women think in an elliptical fashion. Any thoughts she's ever had about you from the day she met you to present times to 2 weeks from now are all on one even uniform plane of equal thought and power. That's why when she's thinking about that perfect thing to say to shut you down in an argument, pay attention. Before she says a word, her neck starts moving around in this motion before she even talks. And then she'll find it. Oh, I found it right there. You remember that? I found it right there. Or maybe that's just my life. I don't know. So now that I got your attention, Rachel Dolezal, are we pretending like that never happened? Is that just over? We just kind of swept that under the rug. See how quiet it got? And like, yeah, that's over. Is it though? A white woman pretended to be black for 8 years and got a job at the NAACP, and nobody knows where she is right now. That doesn't bother anybody? Like, shouldn't we have tracked her or something? Like, when I first heard that, I had the same reaction that I had when I found out that In-N-Out Burger had a secret menu. Like, I wasn't upset, but I wasn't happy about it, but I just didn't know that was an option. No, because hear me, I'm very proud to be black. I wouldn't change it for a thing. Love being black. But if I knew that changing your race for a specific convenience of a situation was an option, I would have experimented in college too. You understand what I mean? Just a little bit. I mean, not like being white at traffic stops. Everybody expects that. I'd go deeper. You understand? I've always wanted to be Japanese. No, just to try it. Just to try. See, when I was 17 years old, I had sushi for the first time. It blew my mind. Everybody to that point told me, sushi's bad for you. You shouldn't have it. I had it. It was amazing. And my first thought was, what else are the Japanese hiding from me? And that's when I got it in my head. What if I could just be Japanese for, I don't know, 8 years? And get a job at the NAAJCP? And then just vanish, right? Out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, the first all-black sushi chef restaurant pops up. And it'll be called Nigiri, please. Do you see the skill that is involved? I said nothing wrong. Do you see the skill? Hey, I gotta go. That's my time. I'm Alvin Williams. Thank you.
Self. Ooh, I'm an independent chick. Any independent chicks in the house? I'm the only dumb one, and you're like, that was a pity clap. I'm an independent chick. The only thing about being an independent chick, you guys, is that it really is not a good thing. It just means that you have no one to call. You know what I mean? Like, I have no one on speed dial, no one in case of emergency. I'm just out here by myself, right? Just lonely, no one to call. If my car breaks down on the way home, I can't even call AAA because I didn't renew. You know, how bad is that? Oh my God. And I get really scared, like I'm the scariest person in the world. I think the boogeyman is like living with me all times, you know. I am sleeping with a knife under my pillow right now for a noise I heard 2 weeks ago, darn it. I'm like, am I gonna have to make a booty call just to get somebody over here to check these closets out? I'm scared. The boogeyman is in my closet. But I used to substitute teach. I used to substitute teach. Whoo, yeah. Should have some more gray hairs for that one, but I don't know. They put a lot of pressure on the sub, okay? As a substitute teacher, I need the teachers and the parents to understand that I am not there to make a difference in your child's life. I'm not. I'm the sub. That's the teacher's job. We're like gypsies, we're just in and out, you know. Could care less. Oh my God. And then like the kids, they don't have any manners. I wish you guys would teach your kids some manners, really, honestly. I mean, like I would have done more, but I was not trying to get my third strike, you know what I mean? Like, get kicked out the school district, yeah. I socked a little kid in his chest, I did. I'm from DC, you know. I don't have patience, but I do have instincts. That's how I teach my lessons, yes. It was crazy. I was in a math class. And I know math. I actually have 2 degrees, science background, so I know math pretty well. I did not know this math, though. There's a difference. And in the math class, and the girl was so sweet. She was like, Miss Black, can you help me with this math problem? And I looked. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No, not today. But she got really ghetto. Oh my gosh, she like totally changed. She was like, how you gonna be in a math class if you don't even know math? And she said, math. I was like, first of all, I am not in a math class. I'm babysitting a math class. Big difference. Huge difference. Secondly, this is my first day. You've been here 8 months, so why don't you know this? Right? I'm like, maybe you should be in an English class, girl. Check out. I don't know. But I'm out here dating in LA, you know. And I've always liked older guys. I like grown men. Thank you, grown men. Talking. You sharing? Or you sorry. But I like men who, you know, talk in complete sentences, like wear clothes that fit, you know, pants up over their butt. they wear shoes, not socks and flip-flops. You know, just simple things, but so hard to find.
I'm Tre Stewart. Let's make this quick because my bus is coming in 8 minutes. I don't want to waste any time. Really quick. I saw a movie. I saw the Ouija board movie. And it's out as a movie. It's a scary movie. I usually don't do scary movies. But I was like, whatever, I'll see this one. And so this movie is like a couple of white kids. They're playing with the Ouija board and they get haunted. And the only reason I know what a Ouija board is because I have white friends. It's the only reason I know. It's not something that, black families really play with, you know what I mean? Come on, it's like, we're not trying to mess with the supernatural. That's like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. But it's like, all right, I want to see this movie, and so they're playing the game, and they're trying to one of their friends died, so they're trying to communicate with the spirit. They're like, is this our friend Katie, or some other general white girl name? I don't know. It's like, is this our friend Katie? Are we speaking with Katie? And then the thing slowly moved to yes. And they were like, oh my God, I knew it was Katie. It's Katie. Oh my God, okay. And then I was getting excited. One of them wasn't sold yet. One of them, I guess, was still skeptical. So he was like, if this is really Katie, then do you remember what I said to you that night we went to the pier? And the thing slowly moves to yes. And then he was like, guys, this isn't Katie. Because me and Katie never went to the pier. And that's the funniest moment to me, because now they just caught that ghost in a lie. Why is that ghost even lying? It could have, obviously that's a trick question, right? Obviously they're trying to catch it in the lie, and instead of the ghost could have did anything. It could have started floating stuff and just scaring them, but instead it was like, okay, all right, I got a 50-50 shot here. Did we go to the pier or no pier? I'm gonna roll the dice and say pier. No pier, I crapped out. Oh man. These kids came to play. It's like, what kind of ghost is that? I don't do scary movies, man. I don't like them because there are a lot of unnecessary questions, that go on. Like you always get this one, who's there? Right? Show yourself. It's like whoever's hiding in the background is gonna be like, oh shoot, you know what? You got me. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna put all my cards on the table. I was gonna stab you in the face, but I did not expect you to take a quick survey of the area. That's I may be a murderer, but I'm not a liar. So I'm having a good time here, though. I'm from Detroit, and that's the appropriate response for that. It's complete silence, Rock City. I hate telling people I'm from Detroit. Every time I do, they act like I just said a family member passed away. It's the same response. Like, hey, where you from? Detroit? Oh, yo, that's my bad. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't have said nothing if I knew, man. That's, are you good? It's like, yeah, I'm good. People ask me what it's like being from Detroit, which is a loaded question. I don't know. I feel like the best way for me to explain it is if Detroit ever gets it together, it could be Oakland. It's best case scenario. People are like, yeah, Tre, you moved to Detroit, or you moved from Detroit to Hollywood to be famous. That's not true at all. I didn't move to be famous. I moved to get money. I'm broke. That's it's different things. It's like just fame what does it mean anymore? It used to be a time in America where to be famous, you had to have talent. You know what I mean? I look at people like Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. was extremely, right? Like, he was extremely talented. This dude could act, he could sing, he could tap dance, he could do comedy. He was black and he was Jewish. Yeah, everything. All of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like God made him he was like the Voltron of entertainment. It's like, now go and be successful. It's like, because nowadays, if you just look good and act ignorant, you get your own reality show. And I don't know. It's like, what does fame even mean? What does celebrity mean? It's the good famous and it's bad fame. I'll tell you when I stopped wanting to be famous. When George Zimmerman became a celebrity. That's when I stopped wanting to be, because this is the thing. Like, he became a celebrity so much to where he almost did.
I'm going through some stuff right now. I wasn't really feeling too well the last few weeks, and had a really bad cough, stuffy and stuff. And then my nose started bleeding. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? So I decided to go on WebMD and self-diagnose my symptoms. And I put them in, and it turns out that I have cervical cancer. So please pray for me, because I don't know how this could have happened. I've been getting all my pap smears and all that good stuff like that. I don't know how this could have possibly happened. I'm an everyday dude, you know, and I'm kind of going through some stuff right now. I'm not, you know, it's not bad stuff. I just had a birthday recently, and I had a couple of friends, and I called them up and I said, man, you should come out and have some drinks with me. And unfortunately, my friends couldn't make it out with me. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let you guys mess up my birthday. I'm going to go out, and I'm still going to have fun. When you're over 40 and you're drinking by yourself, it's kind of sad. It's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. Here's the difference. When you're in your 20s and you go out and you drink by yourself, you know, you might meet a group of girls at a table and they invite you over and they say, hey, you should come over and drink with us. Meet my friends, Lisa, Angela, Pamela, Renee. That's an old school reference, in case anybody was wondering. And that doesn't happen when you're over 40. When you're over 40 and you're drinking by yourself, people just kind of look at you and they feel bad for you, but they don't really want to say anything. I don't know. I was just sitting there kind of drinking by myself, and I started thinking to myself, like, this is the end of my life right now. Here's what drinking by yourself when you're over 40 is. It's like being the last one of your friends alive in a horror movie. You're gonna die. You're gonna die eventually. And it doesn't really matter if you make it until dawn and you run out the barn into the sheriff's arms like, oh my gosh, he's trying to kill me, and because you're mentally traumatized for the rest of your life. So it's over at that point. Kill yourself is what I'm trying to say if you're drinking by yourself after 40. I am trying to make some changes in my life, though. I figured I need to make some changes in my life. I decided that I was not going to drink and drive with my kids in the car anymore. And I think that's important. I think it's a challenge, but I think I can do it. Because the problem with my children is that they talk a lot, and I'm about responsibility. Like, I'm trying to teach them to live right, you know. Stop snitching. We don't do that in my house. That'll get you hurt out in them streets, and I'm about that life. So I need you to not mess up my good family name. I'm kind of just checking out the news and the different things that's going on out there in the news and stuff like that. It's you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, you know, a lot of racial tension and stuff like that. I still go through it myself. It's kind of weird. The other day I got racially profiled. The cop came up to my car and he says, sir, do you understand why I'm pulling you over? And I immediately got defensive. I said, I get it. I'm driving through this nice neighborhood at 2:30 in the morning. I get it. You're gonna pull me over? He said, no, sir, that is not why I'm stopping you, but would you mind taking a look in your rearview mirror? Here's what I didn't realize. I still have my ski mask on. And now, obviously, this was a problem for the officer, and a lot of stuff happened right after that. There was helicopters and more police, and I'm going to be honest with you guys and tell you that I can't go into a lot of detail. The case is still pending. I don't want anybody getting subpoenaed. Like, I don't even know that guy. He was just on stage talking, and next thing I know, I'm in court. I don't know if you guys can tell this about me yet, but I'm kind of a thug. Sorta.
I'm happy to be here. You guys happy to be here? I'm happy as R. Kelly at a Hannah Montana concert, right? That's happy I am? With a weak bladder, you know what I'm talking about, sir? I'm getting older now, man. My body's going through some changes, man. Just turned 50 this year, getting older. And I remember when I was younger and I had to pee, I could run all day long outside, come home, have dinner, take a nap, then pee. Now when I think about peeing, I've already peed on myself. And if I cough real hard, I'll shit on myself. That ever happened to you, sir? No? Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. I'm using my reading glasses now to roll up my medical marijuana. This is crazy. I'm working on honesty as I get older. I'm trying to be honest. My honesty's gotten me some trouble lately. You know, I was on this airlines, and I can't mention the airlines, Delta Airlines. And there was a stewardess on the plane, and she was an elderly lady, and I don't have a problem with the elderly working. Work as long as you can, but she was old. And when she walked past me, I'm like, damn! They don't make them like they used to. And she turned around and looked at me and said, sir, is there a problem? I'm like, nah, I was just wondering how long you've been with the company. She said, sir, this is my ID badge and my start time. It was a picture of her with two dudes and a one propeller plane. It was the Wright brothers. She was old. I got kids. I got 9 kids, y'all. Yeah, I'm not even Mexican. I got 9 kids. And I'm honest with my kids. I raised them old-fashioned way, like my mom raised me with honesty. My mom told me at a young age, she said, Skip, you're never too big. I can't bring you down to size. She said, don't let me take that refrigerator and knock you out with it. So me being a smart kid at a young age, so Mom, if that's the case, you might want to let me eat some of the groceries first. Lighten up the load. I was knocked out for 3 days, y'all. I woke up with refrigerator on my forehead, and I was a little chilly. I'm honest with my boys. My oldest boy plays basketball up at USC. Called me and said, hey, Dad, my girlfriend's pregnant. I'm like, okay, son, I can handle the pregnancy, son. How you doing in school, son? He said, Dad, I'm doing fine, and I'm staying focused. I said, son, focused? I said, you know your team mascot is the Trojan. You ain't learning nothing in school, son. My 15-year-old son came home with a math problem. Said, hey, Dad, I got this math problem. Can you help? I'm like, sure, son. I can do a 10th grade math problem. What's the problem, son? He said, Dad, if I got 5 mice and 4 pounds of cheese, and they take half the cheese away, how much cheese each mouse need to eat to get an equal share? I looked him straight in his eyes and said, son, don't be asking me no shit like that. You know I'm lactose intolerant. And I don't know trigonometry. Ask your mama. One of my best friends came over to the house with his boys playing PlayStation with my boys, and he asked his son Tommy to take out the trash. And Tommy said no, and kept on playing PlayStation. Now my boys jumped under the table. They thought some stuff was about to go down, you know what I mean? So the next day I asked my son, I said, Enrico, take out the trash. He says no. Kept on playing PlayStation. Now about 30 minutes later, his older brother came out of the room and said, hey, Dad, I have not seen my younger brother lately. I said, that's right, son. You are now one brother short. I don't play that stuff, man. School system's all jacked up, isn't it? Teachers having sex with the kids nowadays. Where were these teachers when I was going to school? Kids calling 911 on their parents, sir. Can you imagine calling 911 on your mom? I grew up in a house with a rotary phone, y'all. 9, pa! Never mind. Click it. Wrong number. I'm raising stepkids too, and everybody raising stepkids are a hard job. Because as a step parent, you don't want to hear those words they say, right? You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Simple solution, step parents. Just put your arm around a little step kid and say, you're right, little step kid.
What's up, guys? All right, you guys staring at me like I'm working security today. I'm in a really good mood, you guys. Give it up for me. I just had a daughter last year. Really excited about that. Yeah. I'm celebrating today because I just found out she's really mine. DNA took a little bit longer than I thought, right? Here's the thing about being a parent, though. Like, I'm broke right now. So to save money, I just send my daughter to my cousin's daycare. When I tell y'all it's the most ghetto daycare you've ever seen in your life, like, how do you own a daycare and you don't have custody of your own kids? She talking about daycare gonna be closed this Friday. I got a meeting with Child Protective Services in the morning. Gotta do better for my baby, man. My daughter loves this cartoon called Caillou. Oh, so yeah, you guys know. For those of you guys that don't know, Caillou is like this 4-year-old, big head white kid that feels like he can talk back to his parents whenever he wants. But the kicker is, every time Caillou talks back to his parents, this narrator comes in and she defends Caillou. Like, it's the craziest thing in the world, right? Like, Caillou's mom be like, Caillou, time to clean up your room. Caillou would be like, no, mommy, I don't want to clean up my room. Then the narrator comes in like, Caillou didn't feel like cleaning his room. He wanted to play with his toys. Man, I can only imagine if my mama was the narrator for that cartoon. It'd be a totally different cartoon. Like Caillou's mom, like, Caillou, time to clean up your room. Caillou would be like, no, mommy, I don't want to clean up my room. Then my mom come in like, see, this the part where Caillou need his ass whooped. Don't get your ass whooped, Caillou. But then I started thinking, like, how cool would that be to have your own personal narrator in your everyday life that would excuse you from your responsibilities, right? Wouldn't that be great? Like, my baby mama called me up like, Cam Rowe, it's the first of the month. You owe me $300 for child support this month. Then the narrator comes in like, Cam Rowe didn't feel like paying child support. He wanted to go to the strip club with his boys. I love that, man. So, I'm a 6'9" guy who failed at sports. And Mexicans laughing, but that's a disgrace in the black community, I'll tell you that. Especially in my family, because in my family, my cousin Willie was 6'4", played for the LA Dodgers. My father, Curtis Rowe, is 6'7", played for UCLA and the Detroit Pistons. I'm Cam Rowe, 6'9". My last job was at Burger King, y'all. Burger King, so this is a true story. When I was still actively pursuing sports, my family prank called me on NFL draft night. I can't make this up. I got a call, they were like, this is the Detroit Lions, we want to draft you. I said, for real? She said, hell no, this is your mama. Come on here and take out this trash, ain't nobody drafting you. But I have been working out, you guys. I have been working out. Give it up for me, I lost 25 pounds last month. Yeah. I gained it back this month, though. Last month was my month. And I had to do something, because, I've only been this big for a few years, and I realized people treat you differently when you gain weight. Like, when I was thin, everybody used to say I looked like Kanye West. Not like that's a compliment, but now they say I look like that big-ass black dude from that movie Blind Side. I got white people trying to adopt me now. That's my sister right there. But because I've only been this big for a few years, I'm still a skinny person in my head, right? But I'm constantly reminded that I'm not. Like, I was at the gym yesterday, this big 600-pound dude comes up to me, he's like, hey man, people like me and you need to stick together. People like who, sir? You know what I mean? Like, don't put me in the fat category.
So like a lot of successful people out there, everyone looking happy, successful adults. Me, I am not. I don't know, man. I just got out of college. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure a lot of people been here and, in college and everything like that. 23 is not an adult age. Okay? It's not an adult age. Be honest with you. Because I get out of college, you have all these adult decisions. You have all these adult dreams. But, like, your bank account is like this childlike bank account. Right? Dude, how can I have $1 million plan with a $40 bank account? It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna choose the $40 plan, right? Netflix. I'm gonna do it, man. College, it will mess you up. It was great, it taught me a lot. You know what I mean? It taught me how to hold my alcohol. Right? Because look, we all know as an adult that's important. You don't want to be that one guy at the party. You all seen this dude, right? Like he doesn't want to admit that he's drunk, but he's the only dude there, like standing still and moving at the same time. You ever seen this guy? He's the only dude just sitting there with a cup just. Charles, you okay? I'm fine.
taught me that, man. It taught me a lot. I didn't know there was rules. I didn't know there was rules like drinking at like college parties, whatever. It's just like, you know, ladies, you will agree with this. If you have a beer in your hand and a man comes up, he has to have a more manlier drink than the beer that's in your hand. There's nothing more unsexy. You have like a Bud Light or something like that, and the guy comes like a frozen margarita, salt on the side. I didn't know this. I didn't know it. You get no play. All right? You know, you walk out there, you're like, oh, it looks stupid. Just like, oh, so you come here often? Sorry, brain freeze. Like, you just look stupid. I'm trying, you know, I didn't know, like, you know, just being an adult. I got my first apartment. Thank God to this. Make some noise for that, please. It's amazing, right? Or no. I didn't know the things I was afraid of until I got, like, my first apartment. I didn't know I was afraid of roaches. So I got my first place, right? You don't even think about these things, which is, like, blowing my mind. Like, I live in Brooklyn. I walked into my kitchen one day. I seen, like, 3 roaches. I killed 1, and 2 of them got away. That's what's scaring me right now, right? Because I know they saw me kill their homie. Am I right? That's like, that's just boof, blowing my mind. I like walk into my kitchen every day just like planning for it. It's like I don't know what they're thinking, but I know they're plotting. It's like I know they're just saying some shit like, you know, so me, Johnny, and Micah was sitting around munching on some crackers, right? I know where Andre walks in. I'm not gonna lie, Micah, he flew the fuck off. We knew he had wings. That shit scared me too. It did. But it's okay though, you know, because rest in peace, Johnny boy. You know what I mean? But he just had kids, 40 of them. It's crazy. It's just, but it's good. You already got the plan. You know, we're gonna wait till Andre brings like a female friend over. We're gonna walk across the TV screen, the whole vibe up for him. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That's why I don't like, you know, I don't mess with bugs, man. I don't mess with like spider webs. I don't mess with spiders. I don't do that whole thing. I don't knock them down. Just let them live. Like, these things build their own homes, and we knock them down and wonder why they bite the shit out of us. I'm not the only one who's thinking about this right now. We don't build our own homes. That's what Mexicans are for. So it's like when people have to, what'd I say? What'd I say? I'm just saying, you know how mad you have to be a spider? You come home from a long day. I don't know, you got your little spider honey with you. I don't know. It's like, oh my gosh, let me show these 2 bathrooms I just built, and then, we passed by 2 outlets before we got here, right? No, I got my own place now, okay? I'm gonna bite the shit out of them when they get home. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's weird, man, because I'm out here in New York and I'm trying to date, not working at all, you know. Honestly, I think it's my ethnicity. It's because I don't know what it is. I see all of you right now trying to figure out what it is. I don't know. My grandma f***ed a lot, so it's like, you know, I just know, you know what I mean? Like, just being out here, though, I just know the messed up part is, I just know it's all the shit that police don't like. So, it's, you know, just kind of have to deal with that one.